Sairam, dear students, welcome you all to this session on market equilibrium. Today we are going to discuss the simultaneous shift in demand and supply curves leftward. And in our previous lessons, we have discussed that the causes of for shifts in demand and supply curves. That means, what are the factors which brings shift in demand and supply curves? You are all clear about it, and the same causes would also apply for the today's lesson. And we also have discussed the impact of simultaneous rightward shift of supply and demand curves on equilibrium price and quantity. And in this lesson, we shall discuss the impact of simultaneous leftward shift of both the supply and demand curves on equilibrium. What we mean when we say both the supply and demand curves shift leftward? It means that both the demand also decrease, supply also decrease, because you will be very clear, because in the previous lesson also we were discussing this leftward shift and the rightward shift. Therefore, it is clear when there is a leftward shift, whatever the factors which causes leftward shift, the demand also decrease, supply also decrease. And now we will see the impact of simultaneous leftward shift of both supply and demand on equilibrium price and quantity. As far as equilibrium quantity is concerned, there is no doubt when there is a leftward shift of both the demand and supply curve, equilibrium quantity will decrease. But what will happen to the equilibrium price? It may either increase or decrease or remain unchanged. It depends on the magnitude of the shift. This concept we will discuss further with the help of diagram which is coming on the subsequent slide. The both supply and demand curves shift leftward. There are three cases we can identify. The magnitude, in the sense the decrease in demand may equal to decrease in supply. This is the first case. That means the magnitude shift in demand is exactly equal to magnitude shift in supply. This is the first case. This case we will be discussing with the help of a diagram on the coming slides. And case 2, the decrease in demand may be greater than decrease in supply. In this case, what we mean is the magnitude shift in demand outweighs the magnitude shift in supply. This also we shall discuss later. And the case 3, the decrease in demand is less than decrease in supply. In this case, the magnitude shift in supply outweighs the magnitude shift in demand. You will see the first case, the decrease in demand is exactly equal to decrease in supply. This diagram explains you the decrease in demand is exactly equal to decrease in supply. You can see the original supply curve SS0, original demand curve DD0. You can say both the SS0 and DD0 intersects at point E. What will happen after shift? You can see after shift SS0, by this arrow it shows the shift, the direction of the shift leftward. This also demand curve also, direction of the shift is shown by this arrow which is leftward. But you can see the extent of shift or the magnitude of shift. Both the extent of magnitude of shift is same for supply and as well as demand curve. You can see after shift, supply curve is denoted by SS1. After shift, demand curve is denoted by DD1. Now, SS1 and the DD1 intersect at this point F and the initial equilibrium point E. We shall further discuss with the same diagram. You can see same diagram again in this slide also. That is after shift DD1 demand curve, after shift SS1 supply curve. What do you observe here? You can observe the price. Before shift, the initial equilibrium E, the price is OP, that is y-axis. You have to always mention the axis label, the quantity demanded and supplied on the x-axis and y-axis price. Here you can see the prices, what happens to price before shift and after shift. Before shift, the equilibrium E, the price is OP. After shift, equilibrium is F. Now also price is OP. That means the price remains same at equilibrium F also after shift. Therefore, what you can conclude, price remains same at OP. This is the conclusion we can make out of this diagram. What you can say about the quantity? You can see the quantity, initial equilibrium quantity OQ, the new equilibrium quantity OQ1. What you can say? There is a decline in quantity. Quantity falls from OQ to OQ1. That is a conclusion we can make regarding the quantity is concerned. Therefore, quantity falls OQ to OQ1. It is clear. I hope you understood. This is the case. Decrease in demand is decrease in supply explains us. The case 2, decrease in demand is greater than decrease in supply. You can see both are decreasing because both are leftward, but only the magnitude is the different. This diagram shows clearly the decrease in demand. You can see the extent of decrease in demand. That leftward shift of demand is by larger amount of shift. The extent is large. But when you compare the supply curve shift, the extent of shift is less. That is what is denoted here. Decrease in demand is greater than decrease in supply. In that case, you can observe here the original equilibrium E, its initial equilibrium is E, that is SS0 supply, initial supply curve before shift, and demand curve before shift. Then the SS1 after shift and the DD1 after shift. This is the equilibrium. We will see after shift what happens to price and the quantity. I will explain with the same diagram on the next page. You can see here the price. What happens to price here? Price, original price is P. After shift, we get this new equilibrium F. At F you can see SS1 intersects the DD1. This is the new equilibrium. What happens here? The price decrease, price falls from OP to OP1. What happens to quantity? Quantity also falls from OQ, initial equilibrium, OQ quantity, new equilibrium OQ1 falls, that's quantity also falls, and the price also falls. This is the conclusion we can make. As far as price is concerned, price falls to OP to OP1. As far as quantity concerned, that also quantity also falls OQ to OQ1. This is the conclusion you can make when decrease in demand greater than decrease in supply. We all know the decrease in demand is very great. I mean, there is no demand much compared to, therefore, when there is no demand, price decreases. The next case, decrease in demand less than the decrease in supply. In this case, we will see what will happen with the help of a diagram. You can see the magnitude of shift in supply curve. The shift in supply curve is very large extent, SS0 to SS1. But you compare the shift in demand curve is very less compared to shift in supply. You can see the initial supply curve SS0 and the initial demand curve DD0. And the DD0 and the SS0 intersects at point E. After shift, your supply curve SS1 and the demand curve DD1, which both intersects at F. We'll discuss in the coming slide what happens to the price and the quantity. You can see in this case the price, we have already discussed the initial equilibrium E and the new equilibrium F. You can see initial equilibrium price P. Now the price has gone high, and the quantity also, we know quantity, no problem. Quantity is a determined amount which always decreases. Therefore, what you can say, equilibrium price is determined at F, and the price increases or rises from OP1 to OP1. OP to OP1, OP to OP1, and the quantity falls from OQ to OQ1. This is the observation we can make. That is the reason we say price is indeterminate or ambiguous, because we can't definitely say whether price increases or decreases or remain unchanged. It based on the cases. They depend on the magnitude of the shift. In this case, when the decrease in demand less than decrease in supply, it increases. Now the assignment. How are the equilibrium price and quantity affected when both demand and supply curves shift in the same direction, both leftward? I have already discussed the answers for this question. Please you try to complete it. Thank you, Saira.